Happy Friday. Hope you guys are well. This is Debs and this is your TGIF for Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. Oh my gosh, guys, we're into May. Here we go. So the deck that I'm using is the Thelema Tarot. If you guys want to book a reading with me, my website's down below. I list all the decks as you know. And if you want to join as a member, just press the join button below the video and all the information will be there. So guys, here we go. And we're going to be starting off with the sign of Aries. So Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the TGIF reading for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Friday, the 8th of May, heading into the weekend. And into a brand new week. What have we got for my Aries? I'm hearing the words nail biting. Are you going through a bit of a nail biting time? Are you a bit nervous? Ooh, hope it works out. That sort of thing. I don't know, Aries. And the cards have been difficult, awkward. Okay. Aries, you might be dealing with somebody who's a bit awkward, a bit difficult. Wow. Are we taking them, Michael? Yes, okay, we are taking them. All right, and he wants me to guard the deck. Oh, okay. I'm kind of getting a sort of urgent energy coming through, but can I do this sort of thing? Okay, Aries, chill out, calm down, take a deep breath. Woosah, right? Woosah. Okay, I'm going to step out of my silly energy. The High Priestess, Aries, are you keeping a secret or do you feel somebody's found out a secret? Pisces, Cancerian energy. Okay, Seven of Cups. Bit confused. Aries, you don't know what to do. Oh, Ace of Wands. King of Cups. Six of Cups. Aries. Now, guys, either a King of Cups feels as if you have found out a secret about them and that actually this is a King of Cups who just wanted a one-night stand. You may have been hoping to develop a connection with a King of Cups, but what you're recognizing is, okay, it was kind of a one-off, and this King of Cups is worried. Oh gosh, once Aries finds out, that's it. They're not going to be happy. This King of Cups could be nervous, right? Or Aries, if you as a feminine have been keeping a secret from someone that you had an affair situation or simply a one-night stand with a King of Cups, you may be worried, Aries, that your partner has found out. It may even be Aries for some of you with a Six of Cups. We've got two small kids there. Maybe Aries, you're worried that one of your kids has seen you with a King of Cups. I don't know, guys. Oh my goodness. The Hanged Man. Strong Pisces energy here, guys. You may have a strong Pisces placement, or this King of Cups could be a Pisces. Queen of Wands, Aries, there you are. You're coming through in feminine energy, guys. Wow. Have you also turned your back, Aries, on someone who has been sacrificing, who is not overly communicative with you? The Chariot, Cancerian energy. You are firmly turning your back on someone who might have found out, Aries, about a King of Cups, and you are hoping for victory and success. But with a Nine of Swords, Aries, you're in your head because you believe somebody's found out your secret. Now, it could well be, guys, that you've been in a horrible marriage for many years. You may have slightly older children, and it could be that one child saw you out with a King of Cups and said, Mummy, what you doing? Who is that man? And you may have said, oh, just a friend, yeah, no one for you to worry about. But you may be nervous, Aries, because you may now be realizing you want to build a life with a King of Cups. And this is you thinking, oh, God, but, you know, my kids or my child found out. But you may also be nervous, Aries, that this King of Cups is pulling back from you. you may be coming to the understanding that he is deciding not to pursue this as a relationship. So you may be sitting there feeling worried on both counts. Oh my gosh, I wanted to build a life with this King of Cups, but oh my goodness, was it just a few nights of passion? I wanted this to go somewhere. And Aries, somebody in your family might have twigged that you had an interest in this man. Could be a member of your family, could be a child, right? Or could even be your partner, Aries. And this is you thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I'm stressed out, 9 of Swords. Bless your heart. Okay, guys. Yeah, you're stressed out, 10 of Wands. It's as if this is not fun anymore. This is not what I wanted. This was not how I hoped this would be. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I think, Aries, you may even have been trying to work in partnership with a King of Cups to talk about building a new life, but you're recognizing that this may not be happening. This may not be happening. Yeah, this is a third-party situation, 3 of Cups. Yeah, 2 3s. Okay, guys. Yeah, okay. 10 of Cups. You were hoping to build a new life with this King of Cups, Aries. Knight of Cups, but I think, to be honest, what you're going to say to this King of Cups is, look, not only did someone in the family find out, or my partner found out, which has caused a few problems, but I don't know whether or not you're really on board with this. You say you love me, you say you want to be with me, but I'm looking for a commitment. Basically, you're saying to him, are we on the same page, right? Because you're nervous that you guys are not. Underneath the deck, 2 of Pentacles, yeah, Aries. This is you thinking, I was trying to make a decision about this King of Cups. He was everything I ever wanted, 9 of Cups, but you may know quietly deep down, Aries, you were sitting in a little bit of overindulgence, right? This is you thinking, I really shouldn't be doing this. But again, Aries, maybe you were in a horrible relationship, you know? And this guy came along like the knight in shining armor and you thought, okay, let's see where this is going to go. With the energy of the 6 of Swords, you may have met this man multiple times at a distance. You may even, Aries, have said to your partner, oh, I'm just going to spend a weekend away with a close friend of mine, you know, an old school friend I've known for years, and he might not have thought anything of it. Now, Aries, either your partner or a child is looking back thinking, hang on, all of those weekends away with mum's best friend or mum's friend from school was actually mum having a few sneaky days away with a lover. With the energy of the Wheel of Destiny, Aries, you, I think, were hoping to move into a beautiful new cycle with the King of Cups, but you're putting everything on hold now, Aries, Knight of Pentacles, because with the energy of the Star, even though this man is your wish come true, it might well be that you're recognizing that someone's found out, they're very unhappy, Aries, and they are sitting in the energy of healing. They are trying to heal from you keeping a secret. Now, whoever found out the secret could have been a Pisces, a Cancerian, and Aries. We've got Cancerian energy and Pisces shown very strongly here. Scorpio energy. Okay. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Aquarian energy with a star. 10 of Swords. Okay, Aries, what you're realizing is someone found out and felt betrayed. Now, there may also have been someone here who felt betrayed because you withheld giving this person any type of financial support. And it might be, Aries, it was because you might have been hoping to use that money for a new life with a King of Cups. And so this person might feel sort of doubly betrayed. Oh my gosh, not only did Aries cheat, but the reason why they couldn't help me in the past financially or do the right thing financially was because they were planning a new life with a King of Cups. So this is someone who feels very hurt and very upset. And Aries, you don't know what to do because you're not sure now that your King of Cups is fully on board. He may be pulling back, realizing that you're sort of feeling a bit nervous, sitting on the fence. And so everything's at stalemate, Aries. You were hoping for victory and success, but you're seeing things differently now. And you're sat in the Nine of Swords thinking, okay, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. And your King of Cups might also have been of the mindset of, well, it was fun, Aries, whilst this was a secret. But he may be starting to pull back from you. This could be somebody you've known for a long time, Aries, from the past. So guys, you don't really know what to do. I think you're going to hang tight. I think you're going to sit and consider the next course of action for you. It could be figuring out whether or not this person that you think found out your secret definitely knows. And if they definitely know, Aries, and this was the person you withheld financial support from also, Knight of Pentacles doesn't move. Someone here is trying to heal, feeling betrayed. Then Aries, you may decide to cut off from the King of Cups and work on the connection with this person who found out your secret. You may be realizing, okay, this is causing too much heartbreak, not only for me, not quite sure what I want here, feeling my King of Cups is pulling away from me, but if you feel a family member's also found out, Aries, you may be looking at things very differently. Okay, guys? All right, let's have a look at the hidden truth. So here we go, Aries, the Hidden Truth Oracle. Archangel Michael, tell us how this King of Cups feels about my Aries. Okay, I wonder if you're happy without me. Yeah, you and this King of Cups have pulled back from seeing each other. You may have said to him, look, things are awkward right now. I think somebody's found out. I don't think we should see each other for a few weeks. What else is this King of Cups saying to my Aries? Okay, wow. Maybe, Aries, this King of Cups said to you, I'm going to come and see you in your hometown. I'm going to take you out for a local dinner. Nobody's going to know. And somebody may have seen you two together. And he might feel guilty because he may have been the one to say to you, oh, Aries, don't come all the way over to see me. I will visit you. And you might have agreed thinking, yeah, nobody's going to see us, right? Well, maybe somebody did. Maybe you're in a small community and maybe, Aries, somebody spied and, you know, there was a lot of gossip going on. He feels he messed up. He feels he messed up. I remember every detail of that day. Okay, wow. It could be the day that someone saw you two together and it could have been really awkward. It could be you were in a restaurant and, you know, a neighbor came over and said, oh, hello, Aries, how are you? Oh, and you have a friend with you? Oh, who's this, right? Bit of a nosy neighbor, maybe. And Aries, this is you two looking at each other afterwards thinking, oh my gosh, what did we do, you know? He may feel he messed up everything because he might have said to you, I will travel to see you in your area. And you might have agreed, Aries. So Aries, I think you're going to hang tight. You're going to try and find out whether or not this person who you believe has figured out your secret, or whether or not they really have. It might be that this will take a really sensitive conversation because you're nervous. This person is pulling back from you. They're not very communicative with you. You're confused. Have they found out about the affair with the King of Cups? Right? You may have known this person for a long time. You may also know, Aries, that you turned your back on this person and you might have left them to sacrifice financially because you were hoping to keep the majority of your money safe because you may have been hoping to build a life with the King of Cups. Everything may be changing now, Aries, okay, guys? But you're going to do the right thing. You will go with your inner instinct, your intuition. So, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. Have a lovely weekend ahead. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Taurus. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, here we go, guys. Happy Friday. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, Page of Wands. All right. There could be news coming in. What is going on? Oh, Tower. All right. Gosh, the cards are going crazy. I'm going to carry on, my lovely Taurians. What do we have for Taurus, please, Michael? Thank you. There may be something very unexpected that happens, Taurus, around about this period of time. The cards are feeling incredibly heavy. I hope it's good news. It could be. Could be. All right. Let's have a look, guys. This one was the top card, the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. This could be good news. This could be somebody angry. This could be a child. Let's have a look. Let's keep going, guys. Michael's saying take from the bottom. So, Ace of Wands. Passionate new start, maybe? Or is a child angry about an affair situation? The Hermit, Virgo energy. Or are you angry with someone who had an affair, Taurus? Okay, King of Cups, the Tower, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, Virgo energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, either, Taurus, you are angry that someone had an affair. It could be a Virgo had a fling. Or Taurus, you believe that a child is very angry with a parent here because they found out one of their parents had an affair and the family's sort of disintegrating. I hope not, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. Temperance, okay. Sagittarian energy. Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Nine of Wands. Okay, what I'm immediately getting here, Taurus, is, and you can read these energies as you will. You may read these energies differently, guys. That's absolutely fine. We may be looking at a younger Sagittarian, could even be a Sagittarian child here, Temperance, Page of Wands, who may have found out, Taurus, about a fling. Either you having a fling or your partner having a fling, and this child is devastated. Not only that, Taurus, this child may be patiently waiting for money to come through to them via a will, inheritance, estate, could be to do with a property, but you're very nervous here, Taurus, if this is you, because with the Nine of Wands, what you're thinking about is this house may be sold and we may have to divide the assets if we end up divorcing. As in, this child may be hoping for money from the property, from the estate, but they're not going to get very much because they don't know that we're actually potentially thinking of divorcing. But this child may be trying to figure out what's going on because they may have found out about an affair. And Taurus, I've got to be honest, I don't feel this person is necessarily upset. I think they are angry because they may feel that because of a cheating scenario, one of their parents has scuppered their future stability pertaining to a will and inheritance. And Taurus, you may be looking at the situation thinking, actually, this is very serious now. This is very serious now. King of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Five of Wands. All right. You got another problem here, Taurus. guys. Yeah. 7 of Swords. Yeah. You got another problem here, guys. Yeah. Knight of Cups. Yeah. The problem is, Taurus, and I have to admit, guys, you could have been the one that was found out to be having an affair. The problem is, Taurus, if you had an affair with a King of Cups, you may be married to a King of Wands who is saying to you, I am absolutely not divorcing you. Now, Taurus, you may be thinking, okay, if he absolutely refuses and is very, very angry, he's holding on to his money, right? You are absolutely not getting the house because you had the affair, right? And Taurus, this is you in a difficult situation, guys, because this King of Wands may be your husband. And this is him very, very angry. This is conflict about money. I am not divorcing you. Because what he believes is going to happen, Taurus, is you are simply going to head off with the King of Cups. The minute he divorces you, you are going to move into a beautiful commitment with the King of Cups. He could be jealous. He could be heartbroken. He could feel angry. All the years that Taurus and I have been together, Taurus has a fling on me expecting half my assets, and then she's going to run off with the King of Cups. He's furious. Now, this King of Wands could be a Sagittarian. Whatever's happening here, Taurus, you are pulling back because there's conflict about children and inheritance, and conflict with your King of Wands about a property. Now, it may well be, Taurus, that the majority of inheritance is wrapped up in quite an expensive property. And you may have known, Taurus, that this property would have to be divided up between you and your husband. But your husband is refusing to divorce you. I mean, it's almost the energy of, okay, you want to take me to court? Take me to court. Be my guest. I will battle you for the house. Particularly, Taurus, if you're the one that had the fling and you are saying to your husband, well, surely I would be awarded the property, the whole property in a divorce. Your King of Wands is saying, absolutely not. You had an affair. You brought the tower down on our family situation. You're not getting the house. No, 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 no. You can take me to court if you want to, but I'm not leaving quietly, right? Or I am not going to give you what you want. This is out of order, Taurus. Your King of Wands, I think, is furious because he knows you were then going to sneak off in the nicest sense with the 7 of Swords into the energy of the Knight of Cups with your King of Cups. So, Taurus, this is a bit of a challenge, guys. Underneath the deck, the Magician. Okay. Yeah. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Wow. Underneath that is a 2 of Swords. What you're recognizing is, Taurus, your King of Wands is blocking you manifesting leaving. He could be blocking you manifesting being with a Cancerian. Okay, with a Chariot. He is blocking victory and success. And I think that Taurus, with the energy of the 5 of Cups, he either knows he was a difficult partner to live with, and he may feel deep down a sense of guilt, or it could well be, Taurus, that you feel guilty because what you're thinking about is, I took a leap of faith and a risk. I had the affair, right? I had the affair. Now you're standing at crossroads, not quite sure what to do, Taurus. You're thinking about divorce. You're thinking about children and money, inheritance. You're standing back thinking this has now actually got quite serious. And it might well be because a child spied you having a fling with a King of Cups. And they have been patient, but they have been wanting to know, okay, but am I still going to get what I expected to get in terms of inheritance? Because they may have been relying on that money, Taurus. And this is you thinking, well, I didn't really want to say anything because I was hoping to divorce my partner and we would split the assets, which might suggest that your child or children would receive a lot less in terms of their inheritance. So Taurus, you're finding yourself in a bit of a tricky situation. A child may have found out. This King of Cups doesn't really know what to do. A Tower moment for him. Oh my God, everyone's found out, Taurus. Oh my gosh, right? And your King of Wands, I think this is your husband, is saying, Four of Pentacles, you are not getting the house. You can fight me in court, but because you cheated, I know that as soon as you divorce me, you're going to run off with your King of Cups, and I'm not going to give you that victory. Why should I, right? Why should I? Yeah. So this is a bit of a challenge, guys. Three of Pentacles. You may be in mediation. You might be in mediation with your King of Wands. But let's have a look at the hidden truth, okay? Here we go. Archangel Michael, what does the King of Cups want to say to my lovely Taurians? So your King of Cups wants to say to you, Taurus, we will be together again. I think you have pulled back. You've pulled back from your King of Cups. Yeah, I lost myself for a little while. Okay, this King of Cups feels a bit guilty that he might have caused problems in someone finding out in your family about the affair. He does want you, Taurus. He wants you. Yeah, he wants you. I think he's hanging back, though. I think he's hanging back, though, because you're finding yourself in a difficult situation. What would this King of Wands want to say to my lovely Taurians? I think this is your partner. Okay. Taurus, your partner saying, we both know I'm not the one for you. He may feel as if this relationship, maybe marriage, has not been easy. He may know he had a tendency to take impulsive action. He could have been a bit self-orientated, okay? Yeah, I wish I treated you better, okay? He didn't treat you very well, Taurus, in this relationship. He knows it. He knows it. And he's all about the money. I hide behind material things, which is why Taurus, he's hanging on to his cash here. He's saying to you, if you try to divorce me, I will fight you in court. I'm furious. I can't believe you had an affair with this King of Cups. He's furious. And on top of that, Taurus, I think maybe Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, a child might have found out about the affair and has pulled back from you, distancing themselves from you, but really wanting to talk to you about money. Am I going to get money from their house? Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands. I'm waiting for money from their house. Are you divorcing or not? So Taurus, this is a challenge, guys. You may be under a lot of pressure right now. This feels very, very similar to the Aries reading. I've got to admit, you may have Aries in your chart, Moon rising Venus, okay, or you could be dealing with an Aries King of Wands, but it might be worth you watching that reading too. So you may decide to take a step back, think about the best course of action, okay, maybe have a couple of serious conversations with your partner and maybe with a child if it's relevant. But I'm going to leave it there. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. So here we are, my gems. I hope you're well. I hope you got something lovely planned for the weekend. Let's dip into the deck and find out who this reading is for, right? So Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the T.G.I.F reading for my Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine. Friday the 8th of May. I don't know why I'm seeing an umbrella. Somebody putting up an umbrella. Are you wanting to protect yourself, Gemini? Are you shielding someone? Are you protecting yourself? I'm seeing an umbrella. Okay. All right, my gems. Let's have a look. Four of Swords. So, guys, you are pulling back to do some thinking. You might be in a situation where you had to heal from something, or you're in quiet contemplation. Nine of Cups. Okay. The Hanged Man. The Five of Swords. The King of Pentacles. Okay. Gem, you're coming through as a masculine, guys. To be honest, I think, Gemini, you are trying to heal a situation where there was overindulgence. You might have seen somebody's perspective after contemplating overindulgence. And you may feel, Gemini, that with the Five of Swords, you sabotaged a situation. This could simply be you, Gemini, looking back in regret. You may have a very strong earth placement, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You could also be thinking about a Pisces for some of you. Okay, guys. Ace of Cups. Nine of Wands. Gem, the overindulgence stemmed from you wanting to remain sitting in the Ace of Cups, which is overindulgence of self. Thinking about yourself, this is what I want, this is the life I want to lead, this is what I want to achieve. I don't really care about this person. I'm so sorry, Gem. That is the way it's coming out, guys. It may just be for one or two of you. And what you're doing now is you're pulling back. You're thinking, okay, I made the wrong decision because I wanted to sit in a little bit of overindulgence, because I wanted my wish come true to sit in self-love, right? I caused somebody to suffer and I sabotaged the situation, and I can't believe I did that. This could be you looking back at a relationship, Gem. This could have been you realizing that you left your partner to suffer. You could be married, King of Pentacles, or you could have been determined to sit in the King of Pentacles energy, which would be a very stable situation for you. But it may well be that looking back, you're realizing somebody was suffering here. It could be a family member. It could be somebody you actually used to care about. This could have been financial. I didn't want to let go of my money, right? I ran away from my obligation in helping someone financially here because I wanted to keep hold of everything. And what you're recognizing now, Gemini, is not only is that connection dissolved, that person's walked away, or they're very upset, or they're not talking to you, or the reason why you're sat at the Nine of Wands, Gemini, is you're facing the truth, guys. Yeah. Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. You're facing the truth and you just don't know how to mend it. I think you want to sort this out. Yeah. You're thinking about the past. Now, dare I say it, Gem, you might have been a little selfish pertaining to your children, right? The Star, Aquarian energy. You want to heal a connection, Gemini, but somebody isn't talking to you. Two of Swords. This could be somebody who was desperately trying to heal. They might have recognized, Gemini, that you were just happy to let them struggle, and they might have decided to detach from you. Yeah. Because, Gemini, you may have wanted to win, or you may have wanted victory and success in your life, or you may have, Gemini, wanted to pursue somebody that you were interested in. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you breadcrumbed this person, Gemini, and then you just left because you somehow wanted to sit in some kind of overindulgence situation. Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay. You might have breadcrumbed a Queen of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or you may have left someone to struggle because you wanted to be with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And Gem, there's a lot of looking back at the past, sitting in regret. You know, guys, but you do want to mend it. Eight of Swords, you're in your head. How can I possibly mend this? I don't know how to, but you're in your head thinking, I want to mend this, right? Yeah, what you're looking back on is, with the energy of the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, you wanted to win, Gem. You wanted to win, and no judgment. Everybody's sat in that energy before. It's, you know, a lesson we all have to learn. This can be simply ego, all right? Maybe with the Seven of Cups, you wanted to be with somebody else, or you wanted to quietly play the field. But I think, Gemini, what you're looking at now is, with the energy of the Seven of Cups, how can I possibly mend this? Because this caused a lot of upset, a lot of drama. Okay, drama relating to someone that you left, you breadcrumbed, you left to struggle. With the energy of the Strength card, Leo, you're conflicted. If I try and mend this, will they communicate with me? Will they be open to mending this? I think, to be honest, Gemini, you want to bring this person justice. Could be a Libra. You want to bring this person justice, but you may feel it's too late. Because I don't think, Gemini, with the energy of the Star and the Two of Swords, they're talking to you. You may realize that it might be too late. Oh, Gem, okay. Ace of Swords, maybe this person even found out a truth. It could have been a truth about an affair. It could have been a truth relating to the fact that you wanted to keep hold of money. I don't know. King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Gem, I think you're going to do everything you can to try and mend this. But it may well be that this is simply someone who's decided to heal and move on in their life. Okay? Let's have a look at the hidden truth. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what would Gemini want to say to this Queen of Cups? I wonder if you're happy without me. Okay, so this Queen of Cups has disconnected from you, whoever she is. She's disconnected from you. She's not speaking to you. What you're recognizing is she's trying to heal herself because you left her to sacrifice, because you wanted to sit in the Nine of Cups, okay? You're recognizing you sabotaged this, Gem. Yeah, I feel you leaving me behind. You feel that she just wants to move forward and forget what happened. What else would you want to say to the Queen of Cups? I feel you, even though we're apart. Gemini, you feel very emotionally or spiritually connected to this person. Whether or not this is someone you wanted to be with, or this could have been an ex-partner, or this could have been a close family member, could even have been your sister, even an older child. Whoever this is, Gemini, you feel very upset with yourself because you didn't take into account how an action you took would affect this person. You didn't do this deliberately, Gem, to hurt this person. You did not. But looking back, you're realizing because you wanted what you wanted, you somehow left this person to sacrifice, to struggle. And you can't believe it now because you're just recognizing that this Queen of Cups is trying to heal and she's blocking you. It's as if you're doing a U-turn thinking, oh my God, okay, she's not communicating. She doesn't want to talk. I don't know where she is. You know, that sort of energy. Because Gemini, she's been very hurt in this. What would she want to say to you? What would she want to say to you? My life is not as together as it seems. Okay, she's going through a tough time, Gemini. I don't know whether or not that's emotionally because of you feeling hurt. I don't know whether or not that is financial because you breadcrumbed her. Six of Pentacles, right? Okay, Gemini, I am so sorry. I am not available. Okay. Oh, gems. So many things remind me of you. Gemini, what it feels like, I'm afraid, is that this is someone who has told herself The best thing I can do is pull back and heal and block any further communication with Gemini. I don't think she wanted to, but you did leave her to sacrifice. You sabotaged this. And I think she's told herself the best thing I can do is to try and get over this quietly, privately. And the only way I can do that is to have no further communication with Gemini. She is reminiscing about the good times, whether or not this is a family member, whether or not this is an ex-lover or an ex-partner. What she's saying is, I don't want to be back in touch. I'm sorry. I'm going through a really tough time right now. This was very difficult for me. You sabotaged this connection. But so many things remind me of you. It's almost as if she's sitting in her head feeling upset, reminiscing, but she does not want to talk. She does not want you back in her life, Gem. It may well be that you will need to accept that. Underneath the deck, finding out the truth crushed me. So she found out the truth, Gemini, whatever that truth was, and it might have shocked her, and that's when she pulled back. Okay? All right, Gems. So guys, a bit of a challenging read, but I do hope it's helped someone. Take care of you, have a good weekend, and we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. Hello, my beautiful Cancerians. I hope you guys are well. Happy Friday, people. Let's get into this, Cancer. I don't know why I'm seeing a frying pan. And I'm seeing somebody flipping pancakes. Are you turning something around to look at something differently? Are you flipping something? Could be a property. Are you looking at somebody else's perspective now? You're looking at the underside of something. Are you chucking all your cards in the air? I don't know. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Cancerians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 8th of May, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for Cancer? My lovely Cancerians. All right. Okay, guys. The Four of Pentacles. You're hanging on to something here, Cancer. I don't get the feeling you're holding back. You're hanging on. You could be hanging on to your money. You could be hanging on to a partnership. Six of Pentacles. Are you holding back, Cancer, from giving someone money because you don't have it to give? Bless you. Or it could well be you're holding back from divorce. Okay. The Emperor. Aries energy. The Four of Wands. The Death card, Scorpio. Cancer, you are a masculine. Sorry, guys. Or you could be dealing with a masculine, but I'm reading you as the Emperor. You're right in the middle here. I think, Cancer, you are holding on to your money. You may be also holding back from agreeing to a divorce. You're trying to take charge of a relationship, or you are taking charge of a situation because you may be worried you're going to lose a property. And it may well be with the Death card, you might be battling against a Scorpio. Or Cancer, it could well be you are not going to give someone money. It could even be inheritance. Because you want to stay in control of a property. And what you're thinking about is, they will get the property when I've passed. They're not getting any money now. You may be putting your foot down. Now, if you are a feminine Cancerian, you may be holding back from giving, as in of yourself, giving your time, energy, effort, giving to this Emperor, because all he's offering you is a living together situation. He may want to stay legally married to somebody else, And you are hoping that if you hold back, he will transform his situation. Could go that way too. Okay, guys, take it as it resonates. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. The Ten of Swords. Wow. Wow. The Lovers. Gemini energy. The Six of Cups. Okay. Cancer, someone felt betrayed, or you might have felt betrayed because of a choice somebody made in the past, or you could have felt betrayed by a Scorpio, a Sagittarian, or a Gemini. Empress, Taurian, Libra energy. Emperor, Empress, Nine of Swords. This almost didn't want to be seen. It nearly slipped off the edge of the table. I think this Empress is sitting in the Nine of Swords. This Empress is super stressed out. Cancer, you're coming through as the Emperor. Whoever the Empress is, could be your wife, could be an older woman, single mother, is very stressed out. Ten of Wands, feeling burdened, having sleepless nights. Page of Cups, could be having sleepless nights, feeling burdened about a child. Or Cancer, this Empress is apologizing to you for sitting in the energy of the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. So did this Empress try to be sneaky with you, and she's now burdened because she's realized that she's just manifested a toxic situation? I feel as if you've got a lot of people in the mix here. We've got a lot of people in the mix. We could have a child or a younger water sign. We've got an Emperor and an Empress here. Underneath the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles might be the issue. Somebody married, somebody thinking of divorce, or somebody desperately wanting to hang on to their money. Okay. And it could be in the form of a property. Four of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Cancer, I think you are trying to make a decision. Do you give in to divorce? Do you ask your partner for a divorce? Or do you make a different choice relating to family money? With the energy of the world, you are wanting a cycle to close out. So with the Four of Swords, you can heal yourself, okay. And with the energy of the Hermit, there could be a Virgo in the mix, or I think you just want this sorted out, over and done with, Cancer, so you can heal. And then we've got the Two of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, so Cancer, you could be a masculine who is waiting for someone to divorce so that you two can build a life together. Or you could be a feminine who might have had a fling with a King of Cups, and you don't know, Cancer, whether or not your Emperor is going to agree to divorce you so you can be with this King of Cups. This King of Cups could be a Scorpio. Okay? It could go so many ways, guys. But that is what we have. Now let's have a look and see what this Emperor would want to say to the Empress, because you could be anyone in the mix. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what would this Emperor want to say to the Empress? What would the Emperor want to say to the Empress? Wow, the Emperor is saying to the Empress, I knew exactly what I was doing. So this Emperor might have been a bit strategic. What else is the Emperor saying to the Empress? You came closer than anyone. So these two once were very close. This Emperor and Empress were very close once. But it's almost as if this Emperor is looking back with regret. How sad, right? That we're not close anymore, or how sad that it came to this. But this Emperor is saying to the Empress, we need to let each other go. This is really done. Okay. Is the Emperor going to change his mind concerning the Empress? No. The Emperor is pulling back to heal, which means that the Empress did something to hurt the Emperor, even though the Emperor was a bit strategic. Okay. So, Cancer, whatever your situation, I'm going to leave it there. I really hope it's helped someone. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Leo. Hello, Leo. I hope you guys are well. Oh, thank goodness it's Friday, people. Let's jump in, see what's going to be happening here. I don't know why I'm seeing a lemon. Do you feel a lemon? Do you feel a bit of an idiot? Do you feel somebody's trying to take you for a ride? Or is something a bit acidic? Are you dealing with a rather acidic situation, or somebody who could be a bit sharp with you? Are you trying to make lemonade out of lemons? I don't know. So, my beautiful Leos, let's find out what may be happening for you. Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. I just want the sun to come out, guys. It's freezing here still in the south of France, unbelievably. But there we go. There we go. Right. Let's have a look. My beautiful Leos. 3 of Pentacles. So, Leo, either somebody wants to work in partnership with you, or you may be thinking about money, dividing up money into 3 parcels for 3 people, something like that. This can also be collaboration. 5 of Swords. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Leo, you are angry. You are angry. Wow. You are angry, Leo. And you're holding back and you're cutting somebody off. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now, Leo, if you are sat in the Queen of Pentacles, you are furious at finding out that maybe someone tried to build a situation with a third party. Somebody may have been sneaking off to see a lover, right? Somebody could have been having an affair. And what you are saying to this person, Leo, is you sabotage this. I am your wife or your long-term partner. I don't want to speak to you right now. I'm holding back from you right now because I don't know what I want to do. Or, Leo, you may be furious that this Queen of Pentacles wants to try and rebuild with you, but you feel she's sabotaged the connection with you, and so you're deciding to try and sit in some kind of stable situation yourself, be independent, look after your own life, right? Concentrate on you. And with the energy of the Strength card, you're holding back and you are not talking to this Queen of Pentacles anymore. This could be a family member, Leo. I don't know. The Hierophant, Taurian energy. Leo, you're thinking about a very traditional situation or a marriage, or somebody who could be very set in the way they do things, very regimental, quite rigid, a little unflexible, to be honest. A little, is it inflexible, unflexible? I can't remember. Page of Swords. Ooh, all right. You're spying on this person, whoever they are. Or there might have been a difficult message of truth relating to a King of Wands. Now, Leo, this could be you. Ace of Wands. Wow. This feels complicated, guys. Let's carry on. The Lovers. All right. Somebody definitely made the wrong choice, the wrong decision, and someone else felt betrayed. Oh my goodness. The Wheel of Destiny. There is going to be a fortunate turn of events, though. The wheel is trying to move everyone involved into a new cycle in order for everyone to manifest what they want. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. The Queen of Cups may end up, I'm hearing, the best off in the situation. This Queen of Cups is going to end up moving into a new cycle, and she is going to manifest sitting in her heart space. So I think what we have here is a family situation, third party situation. It may well be that this Queen of Pentacles sabotaged a family situation, and you, Leo, as a King of Wands, has been holding back from the Queen of Pentacles, not wanting to speak to her. This could be your married partner. She could be a Taurian. There may also be a child in the mix. You may have had a very straight conversation with your partner, Queen of Pentacles, about an affair, the Ace of Wands. You, as a masculine Leo, King of Wands, could have found out your Queen of Pentacles was having a fling, okay? You two may have a child, or you two may have children. That may also be a slight complication. Now, it may well be, Leo, that either a child is actually going to receive some kind of wish come true. It could be the divine is bringing this Queen of Cups, who could be an older child, some kind of dream. It could be compensation from the universe, having been tied up in a very toxic family dynamic. This Queen of Cups could be quite spiritual. I think the universe is right behind this Queen of Cups. Or this King of Wands is deciding to make a move towards the Queen of Cups because his partner, the Queen of Pentacles, cheated on him. As in, oh, well, if my partner's going to head off and have a fling with another guy, then I'm going to go off and have a fling myself. So this King of Wands may be choosing to move towards a Queen of Cups as his lover because he felt betrayed by this Queen of Pentacles, who could very well be a Taurian. Whatever's going on here, this Queen of Cups is going to move forward. She's going to achieve a wish come true because she's a powerful manifester. So it seems to be that this Queen of Cups might have been caught up in a very complicated situation, but actually she's going to be the one who is going to sit feeling nice and content and relaxed because she's able to manifest some kind of fortunate turn of events to move herself into a new cycle. All right. Feels very complicated, guys. Queen of Swords under the deck. Oh my goodness. King of Pentacles. Four of Cups. I think, to be honest, this Queen of Pentacles was strategic. I hate to say that, guys. I'm sorry. I know a lot of my readers are feminine. I think this Queen of Pentacles was a bit strategic. Planning on staying in the relationship with her Leo husband because he was financially stable, King of Pentacles. But not happy in the relationship, Four of Cups. I think with the Page of Wands, there might have been arguments and disagreements. Somebody might have felt left out in the cold. Or it may well be that there were arguments and disagreements about a child and child support. With the energy of the Hermit, Virgo energy, someone's been doing a lot of reflecting on the past here. And I think with the Nine of Cups, sat thinking about the concept of overindulgence. And I think with the Four of Swords, I think whoever this King of Pentacles is, and Leo, this may be you, sat in the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I think you are doing some soul searching about a very toxic family dynamic, and you want to bring someone justice. Wow, because you're recognizing the truth. And the truth is, Leo, I feel you want to pull a family dynamic back together again, 10 of Cups. Because you're recognizing that someone had to heal, somebody had to pull back to heal. Aquarian energy. So, Leo, if you are a masculine, either, Leo, you are going to decide to try and patch up your marriage. You may be thinking, first of all, I've got to forgive my Queen of Pentacles. Okay. You might know that you were sat hanging on to money, or you might not have been as affectionate as you should have been with your Queen of Pentacles, which is why she had an affair. I think, Leo, you're going to try and mend the connection with your Queen of Pentacles. This might have been a roller coaster of a situation. It could also involve an older child who could be a Queen of Cups, who might have felt very left out in the cold and upset. Or, Leo, this Queen of Cups could have been the person that you wanted to start an affair with yourself because your partner was cheating on you. But I think you're going to let her go, and she's going to move into a new cycle and live a very happy life, turning her back, in the nicer sense, Leo, on you, because she may not have wanted to simply be your lover. I think, Leo, you might have been considering pulling this Queen of Cups into an affair situation because you felt betrayed by your Queen of Pentacles. But what you're recognizing, Leo, is it's only going to rack up karma. It's possibly not the right thing to do relating to the Queen of Cups. So if the Queen of Cups was potentially the person you wanted to have a fling with, then you're going to let her go. Okay? If this is a family member, you're realizing this poor family member got caught up in the drama that ensued between you and your Queen of Pentacles. And you may want to do the right thing by the Queen of Cups. This could even be an older child, could be your older daughter, right? That you're recognizing got caught up in this rather toxic family situation, and you may be wanting to bring her justice by mending the relationship, and that starts with you forgiving your Queen of Pentacles. Could go so many ways, guys. So, Leo, as a King of Wands, what would you want to say to your Queen of Pentacles? Okay, Leo, you're becoming a better person, so you may have known you weren't easy to live with. What else do you want to say to the Queen of Pentacles? I feel you leaving me behind. I think you're very nervous, Leo, that you might have lost this Queen of Pentacles, even though you may be upset she had an affair on you, because there's still such a strong attraction between you two. I think this might have been one of these relationships where, you know, one minute you were yelling at each other, the next minute you were in bed, right? Very up and down in terms of its energy, loving and passionate, but then you two might have had really intense arguments, slamming doors, all that sort of stuff. And I think, Leo, this just became toxic. What would you want to say to the Queen of Cups, Leo? Whoever this is. So many things remind me of you. Okay, Leo. If this is a family member, you may feel they've already started to detach from you. This is someone who may have recognized that things were going on between you and your partner, and she may have decided, okay, that's it, I'm going to detach. I've got to heal. She might be very upset. It may well be, Leo, that this is the person that you wanted to start an affair with because you felt betrayed by your Queen of Pentacles. But I think you're going to let her go. You're starting to understand the connection with the Queen of Cups. All right. What else do you want to say to the Queen of Cups? I know I messed up everything. Okay, Leo. Wow. This feels very complicated, guys. It really does. I feel, Leo, because you might have been a bit of a challenge to live with, forgive me for saying that, your Queen of Pentacles went off and had a fling. You were then furious with your Queen of Pentacles, but realised that you didn't want to lose her. I think the Queen of Cups was either someone you were hoping to move into an affair situation with, but you're deciding not to do that because this is you thinking it's not the right thing to do. Or this was a family member who got caught up in this whole situation, could even have been an older child. And this could have been you as dad, right? Okay, because I was so wrapped up in this horrible marriage, I forgot to think about our child, how she was feeling, what was going on in her life. Could even be that, Leo. I think you want to mend the situation with the Queen of Pentacles. If the Queen of Cups is an older child, you may feel that also you want to spend more time with her. I don't want to lose that connection, right? Maybe father-daughter connection. Or if this is a lover, Leo, you're simply going to say to the lover, I'm so sorry, I was very attracted to you. I just felt betrayed because my Queen of Pentacles had an affair. I was going to make a choice to pursue you, but I think I should just let you go because it's not fair on you, right? It's not fair to pull you into a third party. So, Leo, whatever situation you're in, you're kind of doing the right thing, guys, which I love to see. So, Leo, I'm leaving it there. I really hope that's helped, guys. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Virgo. Hello, Virgo. How are you guys? I hope you're well. I hope everything's good in your world. Let's find out what's going to be happening for Friday, the 8th of May. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Masculine or feminine, what do we have for my Virgos? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing in quiet reflection. Okay. Virgo, why do I feel as if this is sort of the calm after the storm? I was going to say before the storm, but Archangel Michael stopped me. He said after the storm. Okay. All right. You're thinking about things very intently, Virgo. Four of Pentacles. This is you holding back. You're also protecting your finances, Virgo. Justice. You may be thinking of a Libra. Or, I've got to be honest, Virgo, you may be holding back from a legal contract. Or you may be holding back from doing the right thing. You may be holding back from giving someone justice. Holding back from balancing a situation. Six of Wands. Because, sorry Virgo, the way this is reading is because you want to win. You want to seem to be victorious. You want to be recognized. And you're feeling guilty about that. Oh, Virgo. Maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarian who feels guilty. The Tower. Yeah, you went through a Tower moment, Virgo. And I think, to be honest, you have just wanted to bury your head in the sand. You may not be talking to a woman who is single and affluent. Who is turning her back on you, and she's got some good news, as in she's happy But she's turned her back on you. Okay. 8 of Wands. The Magician. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh, Virgo. Oh my gosh, Virgo. Wow. I think I'm connecting with a masculine Virgo who has been holding back from bringing justice to a situation because he wanted to win, even though he felt guilty for sitting in a temperate place. There could also be a Sag that feels guilty here, or a Libra that wanted to win. But there was a Tower moment, and Virgo, you decided to bury your head in the sand. Don't want to see it, don't want to deal with it, don't want to cope with this, don't want to make any changes. But as a result, whoever sat in the 9 of Pentacles did very well out of this financially. She's got some good news, or she's had good news in the situation. You may have been very generous with her, Virgo. Okay. And what she's basically saying is, I'm turning my back on you now because I got what I wanted, which might have thrown you. It might have made you feel very protective over your money. You could have been very generous and then felt guilty, right? Because you didn't really want to balance the situation out with somebody else. But what you are saying to this pre-empress is, I don't know why you're turning your back on me, because I'm the reason why you've received this good news. Basically, what you're saying to the pre-empress is, you've managed to manifest the 10 of Pentacles out of me. So, of course you're going to be happy, but I'm angry because I feel as if you're turning your back on me after I helped you or after I did this for you. There's also a Queen of Cups in the mix who is looking down as if she's very disappointed because she's waiting for her ships to come in, Virgo. She wants to embrace change, but Virgo, you're not planning on changing the situation. What it feels like is you did something pretty incredible for someone sat in the 9 of Pentacles. It could have been financial. You could have given this person a lot of financial assistance, enabling her to be completely self-sufficient, more than enough money. But you are shocked because the Tower moment for you was she's turned her back on you. It's almost as if she said to you, thank you so much for all the help. Thank you so much for all the assistance. I'm going now. Right? And you're furious, saying to her, well, I can't believe this. You're leaving? After, I put you into a situation where you're basically sat on the 10 of Pentacles. You're now basically turning your back on me. You can't believe it. And you're thinking about a Queen of Cups, Virgo, who is very quiet, who lives at a distance, 3 of Wands, who's waiting for her ships to come in. But what this Queen of Cups doesn't know, Virgo, is you have no intention of balancing out the situation with the Queen of Cups because you've given too much money to someone sat in the 9 of Pentacles. You can't afford to. So, Virgo, you found yourself in a bit of a sticky situation, guys. There's the feeling of, I should do the right thing, but you'd have to release your grip on the Pentacles in order to properly balance out a situation, and you don't want to do that. Even though you feel guilty, you'd rather bury your head in the sand. But the Tower moment for you was, this pre-empress is cutting you out of her life. It's as if, thank you so much for the 10 of Pentacles, I'm off now. And I think it scared you, Virgo. If this 9 of Pentacles is leaving me, that's what it feels like. If I balance out the situation with the Queen of Cups, she may also leave me. Then where would I be? So Virgo, you've moved into a sort of panic mode of, oh my God, I've got to protect what I've got left. The Knight of Pentacles, yes, yes. So you are holding back from doing the right thing. You're holding back from balancing out a situation with the Queen of Cups, who's waiting for you to do that because you breadcrumbed her. Okay, she is waiting for you to bring her justice, but because you've given this Nine of Pentacles energy so much, she's basically sat in 19 Pentacles. You can't afford to do that. I think, Virgo, with the Six of Cups, you are looking back at the past thinking, I can't believe this all ended up the way it ended up. I can't believe I didn't see what I was doing, or I didn't see that the way I was managing the situation caused a lot of toxicity. You're now sat, obsessed about the past. I can't believe this all happened this way. You took a leap of faith and a risk, Virgo, okay? And it may well be that looking back, you're realizing that you overindulged one person. This is you, Hermit energy. You overindulged one person and forgot about another. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Virgo, this is you. And it might be relating to children, guys. This is you, Page of Pentacles, trying to juggle money because you might have given someone a huge amount of money but left a Queen of Cups waiting for her fair share. What you're thinking about is Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, I couldn't deal with this situation, so I just pushed it under the carpet. I buried my head in the sand and I just walked away. And out of fear, Virgo, you've been pulling back, clutching hold of your money, knowing that you should balance the situation out, but you can't afford to do it. But you're furious because whomever you gave all this money to is refusing to speak to you. That's the Tower moment. She's turning her back on you. She's got great news because she sat in 19 Pentacles. Whereas this Queen of Cups is still waiting for you to do the right thing. But what she doesn't know, Virgo, is you have no intention of doing that because you can't afford to. You messed up financially. And so you don't really know what to do. You're in deep reflection, Virgo. Yeah. So guys, a bit of a challenging read. Let's see what you would want to say to whomever is sat in pre-Empress energy. And then let's see what this Queen of Cups wants to say to you, Virgo. So Virgo, what would you want to say to whomever is sat in all this affluence? I replay our conversations over and over. You think back, Virgo, or you have thought back at the conversations you've had with this pre-Empress. And what you're realizing is this was some kind of spiritual lesson that you had to learn. She might have been a karmic to you, whether or not this was someone you were romantically involved with or someone who was in the family. She was there to sort of teach you a lesson somehow. Yeah. What else would you want to say to this pre-Empress? I will wait for a sign from you. Virgo, you are waiting for this pre-Empress to communicate with you because you may be hoping that she would be happy to sort of return some of the money so you can balance the situation out. But what you don't know, Virgo, is I think she's turned her back on you for good. Two of Swords is, I'm off, right? I'm off. Two of Swords, I've got the money, which has been great news for me. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Tower, for you. You're there clutching hold of your money thinking, oh my God, what did I do? Whereas this Queen of Cups is waiting for you to balance out the situation. What is this pre-Empress woman saying to Virgo? I wish I could share my good news with you. She's had some really good news, which has put her in the Nine of Pentacles. It could be on top of the money you've given her, Virgo. It could be that she's got a pay rise. What else would this pre-Empress want to say to Virgo? I'm becoming a better person. Okay. She might have been a bit strategic, Virgo, with you. She might not have done the right thing. She might have claimed poverty when actually she wasn't sat in poverty, and you might have been generous, and she might have felt guilty about that. What else does this Nine of Pentacles woman want to say to Virgo? It was my fault, but I blamed you. Ooh. Virgo, I don't know what went on here, but she did something. She didn't take responsibility. You somehow gave her a lot of money, or you somehow bailed her out. And then she just decided, okay, I'm feeling really guilty about this, but I'm just going to turn my back. Tower. She might have turned around to you, Virgo, and said, well, I didn't ask you to give me all this money. I didn't ask you to do what you did. She might have turned it round and sort of blamed you, because you may have said to her, I'm now broke. She might have said, nothing to do with me. You made the decision to give me this money. But she knows she didn't do the right thing. It was her fault, but she blamed you. Okay? Wow, guys. What would you want to say to the Queen of Cups? I hide behind material things. Yeah, Virgo, you're clutching hold of your money. You don't want to give this Queen of Cups any money, because you've given enough to this pre-Empress who was a bit sneaky. Ah, goodness. What does this Queen of Cups want to say to Virgo? I think she's waiting for you to balance out a situation, but what she doesn't know, Virgo, is you can't afford to do that. Wow, okay. What she's saying to you, Virgo, is you don't know how hard it was to let you go. I think she was very, very upset about the situation, and she's been quietly waiting for you to do the right thing. But what she doesn't know, Virgo, is you have no intention of doing that. I mean, this is you just burying your head in the sand, hanging on to your money, knowing that you should balance the situation out, but you just can't do it. You can't face the music, or you don't want to give any more of your money to somebody that you feel you should because you gave too much money to this person, right? Oh, it seems a bit of a mess, Virgo. I think she's very upset, this Queen of Cups. I think she has emotionally let you go, but it's not what she wanted to do. She's still kind of hoping you're going to do the right thing, Virgo, but I think she knows in her heart of hearts that you won't do it. You won't do it. You're hanging on to your money here. I love you. Okay, wow. This Queen of Cups loves you, but she's let you go, Virgo, out of disappointment, I think. Okay. So, guys, a bit of a challenging read and a long read, but I do hope it's helped someone. Take care of you guys, and we are now moving to the sign of Libra. So, my gorgeous Libras, here we go, guys. It is Friday. Thank goodness for that, and I'm losing my voice. Sorry about that. I always tell myself every time I sit down to do these readings, I'm going to make it an hour and a half. That's it, no longer. You know what I'm like, guys. You know what I'm like. My readings always tend to be a bit longer than usual. So anyway, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my beautiful Libras? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Masculine or feminine? I'm seeing somebody taking up the reins of a horse. Are you taking control of a situation? Are you gathering up courage? Are you about to make your move, Libra? Are you racing forward with something? Have you got the bit between your teeth? Right. Okay, I'm going to sort this out. All right. Page of Swords. Okay. Libra, this is a difficult message of truth. You're having a very straight conversation with someone who sat in temperance. So it seems to be, Libra, that you are angry about someone, but they're letting whatever you're saying go over their head. It's almost as if they're ignoring you. But you're furious, Knight of Swords. Wow, okay. Hierophant. You want to talk to this person about a Taurian, or you want to talk to this person about doing things a very traditional way? You're furious, Libra, but it's as if whoever this is sitting feeling nice and relaxed. I'm not going to let anything Libra says shake me out of this lovely temperate energy. They're ignoring you. But Libra, you are furious somehow. It may have something to do with children here. 2 children. It may well be there is a Taurian in the mix. We've also got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here, and Sag. I think, Libra, you are furious because you're heartbroken. You're furious because you're heartbroken. And you're telling someone that you're heartbroken. It feels almost, Libra, as if you're saying to someone, I want you to do something about this. But they're putting their fingers in their ears as if they don't understand you. Oh, what, Libra? Yeah, no, okay, yeah, we don't need to do anything about this, Libra. Yeah, no, sorry, things didn't work out the way they should have done. But I'm chilled, so, you know, I think we've got to try and forget this. Libra, you are furious. But this person is energetically or emotionally pushing you back. It almost feels as if you want this person to do something about a situation, but you're realizing they're not doing anything. Knight of Wands. All right, okay. You could be saying to this person, it's your fault, right? If you hadn't have taken a leap of faith and a risk, if you hadn't have done something impulsive or sat in the Knight of Wands, he wouldn't be in the situation. Queen of Cups. Okay, now Libra, you could be sat in the Queen of Cups, or Libra, you are talking to someone about a Queen of Cups. I don't know. Ace of Wands. You're heartbroken, Libra. Why do I feel as if you're hoping for a passionate new start and you want to move yourself to calmer waters, but someone here is refusing to work with you or refusing to help you mend a situation, or they are not wanting to take responsibility and you can't believe it? Ace of Cups. King of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Libra, I think you're actually coming through, guys, as the King of Wands. I think you're coming through as a masculine. You're wanting to take control of a situation to rebuild the Ten of Pentacles, or you want to talk to someone about a lot of money, or you are wanting to mend a situation that could have been financial, but someone here is saying to you, well, yes, but what's the point now? Or I'm okay. I don't really care about this, Libra. You know, if you want to do what you want to do, fine, but don't pull me into this. But you may feel that whoever this person is caused the problem, caused the imbalance, caused a whole situation to go under, and you're left to sort of clean up the mess. You may be trying to balance out a situation with someone you care about, but you need this person to help you do that. And I think they're refusing to do that because they're sat somewhere nice and calm. Everything's good in their life, so basically, why should they? And Libra, you're furious. Look at this. You're furious. It's as if you're attacking this person on both sides, but they're sat in temperance. Don't bother me, I'm fine. And you're furious. You're heartbroken. You're saying to this person, you took a risk. You were the problem. You were the issue. And they're just ignoring you. You want to move into a passionate new situation. You want to mend a connection. You want to sit in your heart space again. This might have had something, Libra, to do with you not feeling confident enough to stand up to somebody or to this person in the past. But with the energy of the King of Wands, you're doing it now because you're looking at the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know whether or not this person got away with a lot of money and you just realised that and now they've just shut the door, or whether or not you want to mend a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, or whether or not you want to bring justice to someone. But Libra, you are furious with whomever is sat in this very chilled, oh, don't worry, Libra, why are you worrying about this? There's no point, it's over and done with. And you're furious, saying to this person, well, it's not, because I want to try and mend the situation, but I can't do it without your help. Libra, you're angry. You are angry, guys. You're coming through as a King of Wands. So, Ace of Swords, you know the truth of a situation. You know the truth. You might know the truth about an Empress. Okay. With the energy of the Six of Wands, it could be that this Empress simply wanted to win. She wanted victory and success. I think you worked with this Empress to give her victory and success, but the shocker was she then blocked you. Well, thank you very much, Libra. That's very kind of you. I'm now sat in a temperate energy. I'm chilling out here. So I don't see what the problem is. I think this is over and done with. You're trying to manifest completely transforming the situation, Libra. But with the energy of the Strength card, you can't do it because you need this person to help you do that. But whoever this person is holding back from you, Libra, because they're sat in temperance. It's as if, well, why should I, right? I'm nice and chilled. I'm relaxed. I mean, this is you giving this person a difficult message of truth. They say nothing. They ignore you. You then attack them from the other side in the nicer sense of, well, okay, you're not talking to me, but I'm going to travel to see you because we need to have this conversation. Nothing. You could hear a pin drop. What you're angry about is you took a very traditional course of action which somehow pushed this person into a place of temperance, but now you want to mend a situation that's been heartbreaking. This person has turned their back completely and you just don't know what to do. So, with the energy of the Death card, you want to transform the situation to manifest transformation, but with the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, whoever is sat in temperance is refusing to work with you. So you've had no choice but to hold back. What you're worried about, Libra, is the situation isn't going to change. The situation is not going to change. The Hangman. You're either going to end up remaining stuck, or you're going to have to close out the cycle and leave someone else to sacrifice. And Libra, this is you very, very angry, very upset. Yeah. King of Swords. Libra, you could be a masculine. Yeah. You could be a masculine. I think you want to take action to try and sort out the Ten of Pentacles. And that may mean mending a situation with somebody financially, but you can't do it because whomever this is that you want to help you do this is refusing to work with you. It's as if they're turning their back. No, sorry, Libra. If you want to do that, do it on your own. As far as I'm concerned, this is done. And you're furious. But anyway, guys, let's see, Libra, what you would want to say to whomever is sat in temperance. Let's have a look. So, guys, here we go. Now, you are trying to get this person to cooperate with you. Let's work together to mend a situation. They're basically putting their fingers in the ear saying, la, 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 right? Don't want to know, nothing to do with me. You're furious. So, Archangel Michael, what would this person say to Libra? What would this person who doesn't want to know say to Libra? Okay, guys. My life is not as together as it seems. So whoever is sat in temperance may feel as if their life is not really together. What I'm getting from that is they might just be sat in a heck of a lot of guilt, right? They may act all calm on the outside, but they may know they caused chaos in your life, Libra. And then they just walked away, something like that. It's as if, don't bother me, because you're trying to reach this person, but they just sat there as if, yeah, not wanting to talk about this. Okay, wow. Libra, what they're saying to you is they hope that you can forgive them one day. So they know that they did something to cause a lot of problems in a situation. You are saying to this person, we have to mend it. We've got to work together. They're saying absolutely nothing. Or if they are, they're saying, oh, Libra, don't worry about it. It's over and done with. Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. And you're there looking at this person furious as if to say, well, no, it won't. It won't work out. I need you to help me with this. And they're turning their back. Yeah, I'm not available. Yeah, Virgo. It's as if they've got what they wanted from a situation and they're shutting the door. And you can't believe it. Let's have a look at this Queen of Cups. What would this Queen of Cups want to say to Libra? I can feel you leaving me behind. Wow. This Queen of Cups is sad. She feels as if, Libra, you don't care, or she feels as if you've just walked away. I don't know who this is. Could be an ex-love, could be a family member. She feels you leaving her behind. But she thinks about you. So many things remind me of you. Okay, kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. I will wait for a sign from you. Libra, I feel as if you're trying to get this person sat in temperance to work with you to resolve a situation that might involve the Queen of Cups, and she's waiting for you to do that. But she feels that the more time takes on, the more you don't take action, the less likely it is that you will do the right thing, and she's losing faith and hope, Libra. It's as if, okay, well, it's sad. It's very disappointing. I'm a bit upset. But I think that's that. You may even be worried, Libra, that this Queen of Cups is going to completely close the door because whoever sat in temperance is refusing to work with you to mend this. But again, it could be strategic. It could be strategic. Anyway. Underneath the deck, it's time for me to heal now. I think this Queen of Cups has sort of given up that you would do the right thing, guys. But there we go. So, my Libras, a bit of a challenging read, but that's what we have. Do have a really good weekend. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. Hello, my lovely Scorpios. It is Friday. How exciting. So let's have a look and see what is coming through for you. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. I don't know why. I'm seeing somebody studying a saucer. I don't know what that represents. Are you thinking about the fact that it's circular? Are you thinking about cycles? Are you waiting for somebody to put something on the saucer, on the plate, right? I don't know, Scorps. Okay, I'm now hearing plateaued out. Do you think something's just dissolving? Oh, I hope not, Scorpio. Do you feel as if you're coming up empty-handed? All right. Let's delve in. The Queen of Cups. Okay, my beautiful Scorps, you're coming through in feminine energy here. 3 of Cups. I think you're hoping to reunite with someone. 10 of Wands. But you seem to feel very burdened about the past. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Because you might have moved away from the area, or you're burdened about the past because there may have been a situation relating to a lot of money, even. The Hierophant, Taurian energy. Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. King of Cups. Okay. Scorpio. You have met your person, Scorps. The problem is, I don't think you're single, guys. I don't think you're single. Or the person you want to be with is not completely single. They could have legally separated from somebody that they were married to in the past, but they're still legally married. And Scorpio, you may want to reunite with this person, you may want to be with this person, but you're absolutely not wanting to be a third party. You're burdened. Well, in the past, they separated from their partner, but they're still married, right? They're still married, Hierophant. So you've been waiting out in the cold for this person to maybe fully divorce because they're saying they love you. But Scorpio, you're getting fed up waiting here. It's as if, how long do I have to wait? Now, guys, it could be switched. You could be married, okay? And this King of Cups loves you, but you're thinking about your marriage. Well, marriage is very stable. I don't know if this King of Cups is the right guy for me. You may be saying to this King of Cups, well, I'd be happy to separate from my husband, but I don't know if I'm really ready to divorce. He may be saying to you, I feel left out in the cold because I want to commit to you. But Scorpio, you may not be ready to fully divorce, something like that. The Chariot. Cancerian energy. The Knight of Wands. You two may have met up. This could have been a third party for quite a long time. You may have met up at a distance, once a month or something like that. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. But Scorps, you may have said to this person, I just don't know what I want to do. Or you may have wondered, Scorpio, if this person is still married or whether or not they would ever actually divorce. 8 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Okay. Scorpio, if you are married, then you could be married to a Queen of Swords who's a bit strategic, very cold. You may be wondering whether or not you've got the courage to walk away from a Queen of Swords to be with a Queen of Cups. Okay. Or if you are the Queen of Cups, my Scorpios, and you are married, you may be saying to this King of Cups, I love you. I'm ready to legally separate from my husband. But it's a completely different matter if you want me to actually divorce. You're in a very traditional long-term marriage situation. And you are not wanting this King of Cups to pressurize you. Okay? Underneath the deck, guys, Four of Pentacles. This has come out a lot. And we have your card of the Death card. So Scorpio, either you're not sure if you're ready to divorce. You're not sure. You're hanging on to your money. You're thinking, oh gosh, you know, it's a big deal getting divorced to be with this King of Cups. Or Scorpio, you are a female just wanting to be with a masculine Scorpio, but this guy may not be ready to actually get divorced, to be with you. Four of Swords. I think you two are in your separate corners at this time, thinking about the situation. But there could have been a Tower moment, Aries, Scorpio energy. There could have been a Tower moment about a Sagittarian, or a Sag might have found out about an affair. King of Pentacles. Or the Tower moment is that Scorpio, if you are a masculine, this King of Pentacles is you. You are the King of Pentacles, King of Cups. You may be sitting in a very temperate place, financially stable, and you may not want to end your marriage to offer a serious commitment to the Queen of Cups. You may not be ready. You may think, I'm going to lose too much money, so I'm just going to sit. I'm just going to sit and think about this. Nine of Cups. Because, Scorpio, if you are a masculine, then in the nicest sense, you got what you wanted. You're already in an affair situation with the Queen of Cups. And I think, Scorpio, if you're a masculine, you're wondering whether or not you can just keep this going as an affair, because otherwise you're going to end up losing a lot of money by divorcing. If you commit to the Queen of Cups, you would have to divorce. That's what she wants you to do, but you're going to lose a lot of money. So what you're thinking about is, in the nicest sense, if I can just keep this affair going, that would be better. If I sit in a nice temperate place with my Queen of Cups, that would be better, because I would keep my financial stability with the King of Pentacles, while still being able to sit in the Nine of Cups. I think you love this Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, okay? But there may also be a child in the mix, or you may be saying, Scorpio, as a masculine, I'm sorry, I love you, but I just can't divorce. This may be a conversation between you two, okay? Eight of Wands. Now, Scorpio, if you are a married Scorpio, this King of Cups wants to be with you, but you are still in a long-term situation with a King of Pentacles. You may be very financially stable, and you may be reticent to divorce, to lose that stability, to be with your King of Cups. We could look at it that way too, okay? Whoever you are in the mix, we have one person waiting for somebody else to divorce, but that person doesn't want to divorce because they're going to lose a lot of financial stability. So, whoever is married, may we have messages from the person who's married to the person who wants them to divorce. The person who's married. The person who's married wants to tell the other person how they really feel, as in, we need to have a proper conversation. I know that I crossed the line with you. Ooh. So the person who's married may not have admitted that they were married when these two first met. And it might have built up a little bit of resentment, a little bit of mistrust. Final message from the person who's married to the person who wants them to divorce. I'm becoming a better person. Okay. The person who's married feels guilty, that they weren't upfront, they weren't honest, they were a little bit strategic. They have learned that lesson, and it's causing them to sit much more in the energy of integrity. I'm becoming a better person. How does the third party feel? Now, you could be male, you could be female. You are the one waiting for your person to divorce. How do you feel? You're grateful for the spiritual lesson. Okay, guys, to be honest, I think you're ready to turn your back. I think what you're realizing is this person is never going to divorce. And I think you're recognizing it's possibly time for you to accept the truth and to detach. Okay? Yeah. All right, my Scorps, I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. So, my Saggies, I hope you are well. Hope you're well, guys. Let's jump in and find out what's going on. And if you watched the whole of this reading, if some of you have, I'm so sorry this is a long reading. You know I like to talk for England. Let's have a look and see what's going on for my Saggies. Friday the 8th of May 2026. What have you got for my Saggies? Thank you, Michael. Oh, that wants to be seen. Okay. What have we got? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Saggy, you may be sitting in a place of peace and calm. You could be thinking about your career. You could be thinking that you're financially stable. Okay. You're coming through as the Nine of Pentacles. So well done, guys. You have obviously worked very hard. Okay. Three of Cups, and you are celebrating. You're celebrating your stability, Sag. All right. The Hanged Man. The Ten of Cups. The Hermit. So, Sag, you are celebrating your success, but you're looking at somebody who is sacrificing in a family dynamic. And with the energy of the Hermit, you're doing some soul searching, or this Hermit, could be a Virgo, is thinking about someone sacrificing in a family. But Sag, you're celebrating. It's as if, I don't think you're celebrating that someone is sacrificing. I think you're celebrating that you're nice and stable. Because, guys, you may have just got your head down and you worked for it, right? Sure you did. Eight of Wands. There's going to be a conversation, Sag. Five of Swords that you might not want to have with someone. Or it may well be, Sag, that you are saying to whomever is sort of pulling back from you, thinking about a situation, that whoever is sacrificing sabotaged the situation. As in, it's not my fault. They sabotaged their stability, or they sabotaged the situation. Knight of Swords. And Sag, you may be very angry with this person. They may be trying to blame you. But you are sat in the Nine of Swords. You are a bit worried about this. Okay. Oh, guys. Okay. Ten of Swords. Wow, betrayal. And heartbreak. Oh my goodness. Sag. Are you heartbroken because you feel betrayed? Maybe someone betrayed you, Sag. Sat in the Seven of Swords. There was deception here. This is heartbreak relating to deception and betrayal. But your ships are coming in, Sag. I mean, so... Page of Swords. Sag, why do I feel as if you are giving somebody a difficult message of truth? What you're saying to this person is, yes, I am sat in the Nine of Pentacles, but I worked for it. I worked really hard for this money. And so I'm celebrating my success. But whoever sat in the Hermit is saying, look, we need to think about the family here, and we need to think about someone who is sacrificing. But what you're saying to this person is, but they sabotaged their stability. They somehow sabotaged sitting in a place of stability. So why are you blaming me? That's what you're saying to this Hermit character, who seems to be a bit stressed. But Sag, what's on your mind is betrayal and deception and heartbreak, whilst your ships are coming in, and that's the difficult message of truth. So do you feel guilty, Sag, for the fact that everything's going well in your life, but something is going terribly wrong in somebody else's life? You may feel, Sag, someone is trying to point the finger at you, whereas what you're saying is nothing to do with me, nothing to do with me, right? Whoever this person is that's been sacrificing, sabotage their stability, so don't point the finger at me. Sag, you're angry. Underneath the deck, 6 of Wands. Yeah, I mean, you've got victory and success. Okay, so you've done well because of someone doing something in a very traditional manner. This could be to do with a marriage. This could be to do with contracts. And you've managed to sit in self-love and gain victory and success. So, Sag, you're really happy about this. You're really happy about this, Sag, because of the 10 of Pentacles. This is you nice and financially stable, okay? And you want to close the cycle out. With the 10 of Pentacles, it's as if this is done for you. This is done for you. And with the 9 of Cups, Sag, you're sitting in a wish-fulfilled situation because you're very financially stable. But someone seems to have an issue with that. But you're angry they have an issue with that, right? Okay. Underneath that, we have the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. And we have you, Sag, Queen of Wands. So you know the truth, and you've taken action, and you have decided to sit in a place of victory and success. Yeah, but you have someone, Sag, who doesn't seem to be happy about this. Okay, guys. Let's have a look and see what this Hermit character, could be Virgo, talking about a family dynamic. Let's have a look and see what this Hermit would want to say to you. I will wait for a sign from you. Sag, whoever this is, feels as if you just need some time to think about this. They're still waiting. This person is waiting for you to reach out. I think you're long gone, to be honest. I couldn't let you get close to me. This character, whoever he is or she is, sat in the Hermit energy, couldn't let you get close to them. They might have been hiding something from you, Sag. What would you want to say to them, Sag? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. What you want to say to them is, I regret lying to you. So did you lie to this person? Did you lie to them, Saggy? You might have, but not meant to, you know. You might have just withheld information. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Okay, Saggy. Now, guys, this may even be you in a long-term situation, 10 of Pentacles, but you might have been legally separated from your husband, so you classed yourself as single. This could have been someone who fell in love with you, Saggy, was hoping to move into the 10 of Cups with you, only to realise that you were still married. Oh my God, Sag, I feel betrayed and heartbroken because you lied to me. I was waiting for us to get together and form a beautiful relationship, only to find out, Page of Swords, you were married still. I think it's something like that, guys. I think whoever this is beside himself with grief, because I think, Saggy, you decided that it was too much for you to cope with to consider ending a long-term stable commitment. 10 of Pentacles. So you might feel a bit guilty. You might be thinking, oh, I know, I should have admitted I was still legally married. Oh, I didn't expect him to get so serious about me. You know, that sort of thing. I think you are sending this person love from a distance. I think you've moved on. I think you're cutting out the situation, Sag. You're deciding, okay, it's time. I've got to let this guy go. I've got to let this hermit character go, you know? All right, guys. I am leaving it there, Saggy. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. Hello, my beautiful Caps. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I've just seen 1717 on the clock. That may mean something to someone. Let's figure out what may be happening for you, my lovely Cappies. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for Capricorn, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we have for Caps, please? Can't seem to be wanting to leap out of my hands. You may be feeling a bit agitated, or you may be just be very excited about something. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, Cappy. You're holding back. Or you may be holding on to someone. Okay. Maybe holding on to money. All right. So what do we have for my lovely Cappies? Thank you, Michael. 4 of Pentacles. All right. You may be trying to save. Caps, maybe saving up for something in particular. 8 of Wands. A lot of communication. The Devil. Okay. I don't think that's anything for you to worry about, guys, because that's your energy, right? Sadly, but it is. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Capricorn, you have someone obsessed with working in partnership with you, wanting to be with you, maybe. But Cappy, you may not be so sure, King of Swords. You may feel this King of Swords is being a bit strategic. You may feel he's also connected to somebody else, but he doesn't want to tell you. He may be a bit obsessed with you, Cappy. But this is you thinking, oh no, I think I should hold back. I'm not sure about this guy. Page of Cups. You could be a single parent and just nervous about getting involved with someone who may not be totally single, okay? Or you may be saying to this King of Swords, I'm sorry, but this isn't for me. I find you very attractive. You know, it would be great in an ideal world, but I don't think so. Yeah, Caps, there's something here about your energy. It's as if, oops, no, don't think this is good for me. The Hanged Man, he's desperately trying to get you to see his perspective. You might have known each other in the past. King of Wands. Okay. Cabby, I seriously think this is someone who is wildly attracted to you. He wants to take action on you. I mean, this could have been a boyfriend from years ago, okay? He's come back into your life. He wants to be with you, but I don't think he's fully single. And Capricorn, this is you just feeling nervous. You're very attracted to him, but it's almost as if you know he can be a bit strategic. Right? Oh, guys, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Cappy, it's as if you're thinking about him all the time. You know, this is you falling asleep thinking about him, waking up thinking about him, maybe even knowing you're in love with him, Caps, but you are not wanting to be a third party. 3 of Pentacles. And you believe, King of Swords, he's being a bit strategic. Yes, he wants you to take a leap of faith and a risk. He could be an Aries. He could be. He could be. 3 of Wands, you think about him all the time, Capricorn. He thinks about you all the time. There may also be distance between the 2 of you, which might be tricky, right? You 2 could live in different states, different cities, different countries even. Guys. Queen of Pentacles, Caps, this is you, female Cappy. I think you want to wait for him to be in a position to commit to you. I think, Cappy, you are a single Capricorn. You might have been working on your career all your life. You have an ex jumping back into your life. You're very attracted to him. You remember great times in the past with him, but you're nervous that he may still be married. Three of Pentacles. You may believe what he really wants is an ongoing third-party situation, but Cappy, you're holding back. You are waiting for him to be able to offer you a serious commitment. That's what you're hoping for. Underneath the deck, my Cabby's Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Yeah, you're not very excited about this offer. You're feeling a bit heartbroken. It's as if, oh God, you know, he's still connected to somebody else. It's not ideal, right? Yeah, Justice. Okay, he could be a masculine Libra. Whoever this King of Swords is still in a legal contract. He may be saying to you, I'm trying to get out of it. Five of Swords, I'm trying to get out of this contract. I'm working on it, but you're not so sure, Cappy. I think you believe it just suits him to keep this as a third-party situation. I think, Caps, you've been waiting for him to offer you a proper commitment. Knight of Pentacles. And I think, to be honest, Page of Wands, he's just flirted with you and kept telling you you're very sexy, I'm very attracted to you. And you might have got angry about this, Capricorn. You might have felt as if he was just messing you around, you know? Yeah, guys. I think with the Nine of Wands, you're getting just a bit fed up with this, people. You're getting a bit fed up. So let's just do a little bit of digging for you guys. Is this King of Swords ever going to leave their partner to be with Capricorn? Are they ever going to leave? There's a lot of money at stake, Caps. I'm sorry. Ten of Pentacles. Will he ever leave? Three of Cups. He wants to keep this going with you whilst still being sat in the Ten of Pentacles. Will he ever divorce? The Lovers. Guys, I don't think he will. He could be a Gemini. I am so sorry. But this is really clear. He's going to make a choice to keep this as a third-party situation because of the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, underneath the deck, difficult message of truth. Caps, to be honest, guys, you're better off cutting your losses, moving on from this. I don't think that you're going to get what you really want, which is him offering you a serious commitment, divorcing someone maybe. I think what the Divine is saying is move on. If Capricorn moves on and lets this guy go, is anyone else coming in? Two of Wands. You may not be ready to meet anyone else. You may still feel as if you want to wait for this guy. Is anyone else coming in for Cappy? Nine of Pentacles. Caps, the Divine is saying, look at what you have to offer. You're sat in the Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy. Don't keep waiting for this strategic King of Swords to leave a partner. I don't think he will. Is Cappy going to meet anyone else? The Divine is saying, Capricorn, move forward into a new cycle. Leave this guy behind. Leave this guy behind. I think, Cappy, there is going to be a fortunate turn of events. Ooh, but they're not going to tell you what that is. Capricorn, they're not going to tell you what that is. They're keeping it a secret. The universe is keeping that a secret. But there could be a future relationship with a Pisces or a Cancerian. Who knows? But guys, let's have a look and see what this King of Swords would want to say to you. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what would this King of Swords want to say to my Cappies? He's looking a bit strategic there, my Caps. Ooh, I left you before you could leave me. Capricorn, if he hasn't already detached from you, he may do it because he may feel that, you know, you're going to give up waiting and leave him. He may be sat in a bit of ego. All right. Or you two could have had an argument, but you might have still been waiting for him to do the right thing, to commit to you, to fully leave somebody else. I don't think he's going to, guys. Yeah, because he hides behind material things. He's all about the money. right? He may not want to lose money in a divorce. What else does he want to say to you? Yeah, but he's a bit obsessed with you, Caps. I mean, you know, he's a bit obsessed with you. He doesn't want to lose you, but he doesn't want a divorce. Well, what are you going to say to him, my Caps? Okay, I think you're going to be strong enough, guys, to stand up for what you want. If he is not ready to completely detach from someone to offer you a serious commitment, you're going to let him go. You're going to let him go. Yep. Yeah, and you're going to take it as a lesson. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Final message from you, Caps, to this King of Swords. You just wish things could be different. Yeah, I mean, this might have been a heartbreaking situation. You two might have fell in love. You know, this is someone who might have jumped back into your life, said, oh my gosh, I've never forgotten you, Capricorn. One thing led to the other. You found yourself in an affair, only to realize that he wasn't actually at the point in his relationship where he was ready to leave, where he was ready to divorce. What he's really wanting is a lover situation, right? Lover's 3 of Cups, but he wants to sit on the 10 of Pentacles still. I don't think he's ready to divorce. You're going to stand at crossroads for a bit, or you may have had an argument, but you may have been waiting for him to come back to you to say, okay, I'm going to divorce. I don't think he's going to. The divine wants you to sit in pre-empress energy and move into a new cycle. And that new situation is going to be kept under wraps, Capricorn. But you are destined to move forward, I think, with someone else. Could be a masculine Pisces or a masculine Cancerian. All right. So guys, I am going to leave the reading there. I hope it's helped to take care of you. And we are now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Let's jump in, find out what's going to be happening. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Aquas, please? Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. Okay. I'm seeing somebody standing at the entrance of what looks like a very big tunnel that goes into a mountainside. They got out of their car. They're looking at this big black entrance and they're thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if I want to go down that route. They're getting back in their car and they're doing a quickie U-turn. And they're heading back the other way. Okay, Aquarius, you may feel you want to sort of back off from a situation rather than delving further into it. You may be telling yourself it's just not worth it, right? Okay, Aqua, let's just jump in, guys. The Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Queen of Pentacles, okay. The Death card, Scorpio energy. The 7 of Cups, okay. Aquarius, you are sat feeling really confused. 2 of Cups. You're sat feeling really confused as to whether or not a Queen of Pentacles is actually in love with somebody else. Now, it seems to me, Aquarius, you may be sat in the Queen of Cups energy. It's the first card out. This could be you slightly nervous that someone in your family might be having a fling, or somebody even in your family, Aquarius, dare I say that, may be suffering serious health issues and you're very confused. But with the 2 of Cups, it's more likely that this is someone that you feel might be having a silent affair. Ace of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands. Should you be angry about this? Should you delve further into this? Should you find out the truth? Page of Swords. You could be even this person's child. This could be your mum, right? Oh my God, is my mum having a fling with someone? The Wheel of Destiny. I feel that what the divine is saying, Aquarius, is back off. Try not to think about this. Concentrate on your own life. Because even though you may be feeling angry that someone isn't telling you the truth, somebody's hiding something, let them deal with their own situation, because good things are coming in for you, Aqua. That wheel, Aquarius, is going to turn in your favor. The Two of Wands. You're standing at crossroads. High Priestess. Yes, absolutely convinced that this person is keeping a secret. Absolutely convinced. Yes, you're convinced this person has a lover. Wow, Gemini energy. You may be convinced that this person, could be a Taurian, is having a fling. Yes. You're convinced this person's having a fling, sat in the Nine of Cups, a bit of overindulgence. But Aquarius, I don't think you have the courage to actually ask this person outright. Could be a close family member. You could be this person's sister. This could be your mum, as I've said. This could be your brother's wife. Whoever this is, you don't have the courage to ask them outright. Yeah, underneath the deck, guys, Four of Pentacles. You may have felt they were just very elusive with you. You may have felt that they have been keeping a secret. With the energy of the Magician, I think, Aquarius, you wanted to manifest the truth, or you have been wanting to delve deeper. But what you're realizing is, with the Five of Wands, it would only cause conflict and drama, right? It would only cause heartbreak. With the energy of the Three of Swords, if they have been giving to someone else, or if they are planning on divorcing, what you're telling yourself is, I have to just back off from this. Sit in self-love, right? Sit in self-love and move forward, right? Nothing to do with me. I can't get involved. I don't want to get involved. I'd love to know the truth because I want to know if this person's being sneaky, but I don't think I should delve any deeper. You're telling yourself it's just not going to be worth the trouble. If this person is lying, if this person has been a bit sneaky, it may be you're realizing it would completely change the dynamic between the two of you. You will be very angry, very upset, or upset for someone. And it's definitely not going to help you move forward in victory and success in your life. So whomever you're thinking about, Aqua, I believe that the divine is saying, turn your back. Forget about this. It's their life. We have great things planned for you. It could be, Aquarius, that a Pisces, a Cancer, a Gemini, or a Taurian is going to be coming into your life so you can sit in a dream come true, right? I think the divine is saying, let this go. Try to stop thinking about this. You may have a bee in your bonnet about it. You may be thinking, oh, but I really want to know. Are they messing around with someone? You may feel you'd want to tell somebody else if they are. You may be feeling, I want to delve into this. I want to know the truth. I think I'm a bit angry about this because I'm pretty sure this person's having a fling. But Aquarius, I think the divine is saying, just leave it be. Leave it be. It's not worth it, right? But guys, let's move into the Hidden Truth Oracle, because that might flag up a bit more information, okay? Here we go. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about the person who might be having a fling. Might be having a fling. They might have fallen in love with someone. They might have fallen in love with a Scorpio. Had a fling, right? Tell us about this person. What would they want to say to Aquarius if Aquarius asked them, what are you hiding? Are you having a fling with someone? What would they want to say to Aquarius? You came closer than anyone. This person feels very connected to you, whoever they are. They may also feel as if you've nearly hit on the truth. If you ask them outright, are you having a fling with someone? What's going on? They might coyly say to you, oh, you're pretty close, Aquarius. What else would this person say? I wish things could be different. This person does wish the situation is not as it is. Okay. I wonder if you're happy without me. Aquarius, you've detached. They do think about you now and again. They wonder if you're happy in your life. I think, Aquarius, you want to know the truth about this person. I don't think you're going to get the truth. But it may be that what the divine is saying is you are close. If you think, I know what went on, I know what went on here, you were very close. Okay, now, Aqua, if you are a masculine, you may have had an inkling that potentially someone you wanted to be with might have had more of an interest in same-sex connections. Okay, it's YouTube, guys, right? So as a masculine, you may have backed off thinking, I have a feeling this woman is more into other women than men, but you never knew. You might have felt she was quietly dating another woman, but didn't want you to know. This is the divine saying, Aquarius, turn around. Don't delve into this. It's only going to cause you heartbreak. This could be you as a masculine thinking, oh my God, I was so in love with that woman, but oh, I didn't realize she was into women, right? Oh no, you might have just felt a bit upset. This could be Aquarius, you as a feminine, thinking that a Queen of Pentacles, a member of your family, might have been having a quiet fling with someone. And this is you wanting to delve deeper, but the divine is saying it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Leave it be. Okay, guys? All right. So, Aquarius, I am leaving it there. And before I lose my voice, we are moving to the sign of Pisces. Okay, my beautiful Pisces. Here we go, guys. Hope you're well. Whew, we are fast approaching the weekend. I hope you've got a lovely weekend planned. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, masculine or feminine? What do we have for Pisces, please, over this period of time, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week? Oh, gosh, I'm getting a really strong nostalgic energy coming through. You could be thinking about an ex-love. You could be thinking about your childhood. You could be thinking about uni days. I don't know. A lot of nostalgia, people. Wow. 10 of Pentacles. You could be thinking about a commitment. You could be thinking about your own stability, maybe, Pisces. Page of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Oh my gosh, Pisces. I think this is really, really good news, guys. I think you have been sat in the past, maybe feeling very upset about a situation that didn't work out, or really worried about your money, whatever this is. I have a feeling, Pisces, somebody's going to reach out and give you some really good news about the 10 of Pentacles. Now, it could be, Pisces, if this is money, this is someone who is actually going to be moving, selling a property and wanting you to know because they want you to sit in a stable place, okay? This could be very good news from your parents if you've been struggling a little bit. Or Pisces, this could be a fire sign who is communicating with you that they've left a long-term situation, and this is someone who's simply saying to you, I want to build a life with you. I mean, wow, guys. I mean, whichever way you look at this, this is really good news, people. Okay. Temperance. This might be brought to you by Archangel Michael. Okay. Nine of Wands, who may know that you've been sat feeling burdened. Four of Swords. Okay, Pisces, this is going to enable you. I'm hearing to heal the inner child and to heal from the past and to sit in a temperate place. The Hermit. Somebody's doing a lot of thinking about you, or they have been doing some thinking about you. Could have been a Sag, could have been a Virgo. And Pisces, there's really good news coming in, guys. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's working on the situation, okay? The Star. And they're wanting to heal the situation with you and working on bringing you a wish come true, guys. Aquarian energy. And they want to move you into the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Pisces. Two of Pentacles. Justice. Somebody has been working behind the scenes, Pisces, to bring you justice. Or, Pisces, somebody has been working very hard to get out of a marriage in order to commit to you. This could even be a proposal, guys. Unbelievable reading. Pisces, beautiful, beautiful reading. Five of Swords, okay? Pisces, you've been sat in nostalgia. You have been sat thinking that someone left you, okay, and you were devastated, or someone sabotaged the situation. They just left, okay, the Chariot. But Pisces, what you don't know is, with the energy of the Chariot, they're bringing you victory and success. You may be sat there very confused, thinking, I don't quite believe this. Is this real? Is this real? Tower. Tower. Pisces, this is going to be the shock of your life. You're going to see things totally differently. The Hangman. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right? Because someone here is taking action. A King of Wands. They've been standing at crossroads, Pisces. But what they're recognizing is, with the Ten of Cups, you're too precious to lose, is what I'm hearing. You're just too precious to lose. Now, this could be a family member who is bringing you justice in the form of the Ten of Pentacles, okay? This is a family member who might have left you out of the loop in the past, and they are bringing you justice. And you might be realizing, Pisces, it would have taken this person a lot to bring you into a place of balance, to apologize to you. Or Pisces, this is a King of Wands who has been doing a lot of thinking about you, and what they've realized is they simply want you in their life. They want to commit to you. They want to move into the Ten of Cups with you. And this is this person communicating with you to say, I'm ready, Pisces. This is someone who might have left a situation to be with you, or this is someone who may simply recognize you were the one all along. Whatever this is, guys, this is really, really good news. I think you're going to be shocked. You're going to sit in confusion initially because either, Pisces, you've been suffering, sacrificing for such a long time. This may just seem like a miracle. Or Pisces, you may have thought to yourself, I'm never going to be happy because I missed out on the love of my life, right? Well, no, Pisces, if this is love, they're coming in because you're simply the one. So guys, let's have a look and see what this person wants to say to you. Beautiful reading. Oh my goodness. You speak to me through music. So there may be a very strong musical connection between you two, guys. I love you. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Beautiful. This is the most gorgeous reading, guys. Oh, Pisces. So many things remind me of you. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, this is either a family member who is recognizing they left you out in the cold. They left you to sacrifice. They put you in a very difficult situation. You may have lost all hope, but this is this person coming back to basically bring you justice, Pisces, okay? It could be financial with the Ten of Pentacles. Good news about the Ten of Pentacles. Or this could be the love of your life, Pisces, that you had to walk away from, who might have been connected to somebody else. If they were, they walked away from the Ten of Pentacles, they have disconnected, and there may be a proposal coming, Pisces, okay? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. So, guys, I think we're going to finish with a message from Archangel Michael. Let's do that. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what message of guidance do you have for my lovely Pisces? Thank you. This has been a short reading, Pisces, so we're getting you an extra message. Message from Archangel Michael for my Pisces. Believe and trust, Pisces. Believe and trust, guys, okay? And the prayer reads, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage, and confidence. Pisces, believe and trust. Believe and trust, guys. This is so beautiful. All right. Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I really, really hope you've enjoyed this reading. A beautiful reading for you, and I'm so happy. I'm so pleased for you. Take care of you. And of course, I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.